What's up, Wizards? It's Dev from that channel, here today with a question for you. What exactly does strictly better mean? Well, I go to a lot of forums and stuff based, Magic the Gathering based forums and stuff, Salvation mostly, and I see a lot of, with alarming frequency, misuse of this term, strictly better. So I figured that since it's our channel's namesake, I would sort of summon my powers of pretension and presume to go ahead and clarify the exact meaning of this term. And if you don't know, and some people out there don't know and want to know, I've seen people ask exactly that question on forums. If you don't know, this will be pretty informative for you. And if you do know, and a lot of you do objectively know the definition of the term, then you can sort of nod your head professorally, yes, and, be like, someone finally said it. First, the most common misuse of the phrase strictly better is someone saying, well, this card is used in constructed, and this card with a similar function isn't, so the first card is strictly better. And it's just definitively wrong. Let's look at two cards as an example. First, I've seen this question more than once on forums and stuff. First, let's look at fetch lands. Very popular, right? Now, let's look at Evolving Wilds in comparison. I've seen people ask, just the other day actually, why isn't Evolving Wilds just strictly better than the fetch lands, Only to have people counter back with, actually, the fetch lands are strictly better. And both sets of these people are incorrect in this situation. Now, in an end-of-turn situation, Evolving Wilds definitely has the edge. Doesn't cost you a resource, life in this case, and, you get to go get any basic land instead of being restricted to one of two. But of course, fetch lands put the land into play untapped, which in competitive formats is just far more desirable. Side note, the reason that this is true in constructed is because of the second best piece of Magic advice ever given to me in my Magic lifetime. It was given to me by a brilliant player we call Witzel. He said to me, Devin, Magic is a game of turns. The more you think about it, the more sort of beautiful that is. Magic, everything in the game of Magic the Gathering revolves around turns. Even, the meta involved in that, sort of the casting cost of cards, all involved, all revolves around what's going to happen on turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty much every constructed format cares about that first and foremost. In case you're wondering what the best piece of Magic advice ever given to me, before we move on quickly here, it was given to me by the same brilliant player, Witzel. He told me, Devin, 95% of Magic cards are bad. Anyway, I think it's time we give a hard definition to the term strictly better and go ahead and start closing things out here. In order for one card to be strictly better than another card, it has to be better in any possible given situation, thus rendering the other card functionally obsolete. For an easy example, let's look at Shock, a pretty famous card throughout Magic history, and let's also look at a newer card, much newer, Wild Slash. Now, this is the easiest way to spot whether one card is strictly better than another. Wild Slash, the exact same casting cost, the same speed, instant speed, does 2 damage just like Shock, and can hit creatures and players, both targets. But it has an added ability. And this doesn't always come up, don't get me wrong, but it's a functional upgrade because it does everything that Shock does, but it does this other extra thing, so why would you ever play Shock unless we're playing like Commander Burn for whatever reason? So Wild Slash is much better, in fact strictly better than Shock, because there's no reason in any situation to play Shock. Another card you could easily compare Shock to is Lightning Bolt, by the way. Lightning Bolt, strictly better. It's the exact same card, but does a whole extra damage. That's a whole 50% more damage. That's pretty good, honestly. So yeah, again, strictly better Lightning Bolt is than Shock. And that's pretty obvious. Well, I only gave a couple of examples, but I gave a pretty hard definition here. So I hope this video was either informative or confirming of your beliefs, which I find that people generally enjoy. So, until next time, we'll have a deck tech coming up on, I'm finally going to say it, I've been teasing it, on Bant Super Friends. I hope you guys get hype about that, and I will see you guys with that in just a couple of days here. I'm Dev from Strictly Better MTG. If you like this content, that makes plenty of sense. Share, subscribe, comment. Let us know how you feel about my definition. Maybe you're like, well, actually, which, I welcome that. It's fine. So, or if this video was helpful, shout us out. Let us know that it was helpful for you. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, Wizards.